Live from the Wyoming Sports Ranch and streaming on collegerodeotv.com. I'm your host, Brandon Edwards, and we're just 1 hour away from the heart-pounding, boot-stomping action of the College National Finals Rodeo. Tonight, we're going to take you behind the scenes, spotlight some of the top student athletes, and share the stories of college rodeo that lead to the dramatic season finale that is the CNFR. So saddle up, grab your seat, and get ready. It's more than just a competition. This is where champions rise. The countdown to CNFR tonight starts now.
If you want it bad enough, nothing's going to stop you. Not fear, not somebody's opinion, not self-doubt. Nothing will stop you.
You can do what you put your mind to. And if you continue to put your mind to it, the game opens up new levels.
You can make every dream you've ever had a reality, but you've got to be willing to stand and fight for it. You've got to be willing to give up your time for it. Give up your peace, give up your blood, give up your sweat, give up your tears, give every single thing you possibly can to that dream.
Nobody's going to hand it to you. You've got to grind for it. You've got to stick with that thing for as long as it takes and pay whatever price is required.
If your past self could see where you're at today, think of how impressed they would be.
The key is to wake up every single day, put one foot in front of the other, keep moving and keep growing.
You gotta have some strong reasons for why you're doing this.
It's something that gives your life value. You'll do whatever's required when you feel that it's worth it. You don't need any guarantees if things will work out. You know that you'll either find a way or make a way.
When you go up in there and you start going at it passionately and working with it and working with it and working with it, it will reveal its secrets to you. And you'll discover things about yourself that you don't know right now.
Well, it's Wednesday in Casper, and the second performance of the third round is under an hour away, and student athletes from all over are making their game plans and deciding if it's time to throw caution to the wind in pursuit of one of those go-round rings from Maynard Buckles, or try to maintain the status quo and secure a top spot in the average and a run in the fourth go-round on Saturday night. Now, for those of you that have already had the pleasure of attending a performance or watching from the ESPN app, you've already noticed a few key changes to this year's CNFR. First, the look. Thanks to a continued partnership with Powder River and their new innovations in rodeo equipment, the CNFR has all new panels, chutes, and a brand new layout. Second, the sound of some new voices in the Ford Wyoming Center as longtime announcers Boyd Paul Hamus and Andy Seiler stepped down from their roles in order to honor their commitments to other rodeos and their schedule, while handing over the reins of the job to PRCA announcing duo of Steve Kenyon and Corey Keith. Now tonight, the bareback riding features multiple contestants who have made the trip to Casper in previous years, including current PRCA standings leader Bradley Miller on Be Like Mike, PRCA Top 40 Cowboy Gavin French on Cap Gun, and last year's CNFR Reserve Champ Cooper Philippek on Cut Ties. All three of these cowboys are matched up against horses at Rocky Mountain Rodeo, and all three could go to the #1 spot in the average with any score of 77 points or better. Now, breakaway is two extremes this week. After just one performance last night in the third round, a 2.5-second run is already sitting fourth in the go-round. On the other side, only 18 cowgirls had catches on two. So tonight's game plan is going to be a big decision for Amy Ord of Wharton, who's 4-1 on two and leading the average after the second go-round, and Jacelyn Frost of Tarleton, who roped the fastest calf of the week so far, but had a broken barrier in the process, which moved her from first to 16th in the average. Now, former CNFR team roping champ Slade Wood is out tonight in the tie-down roping and needs to be at 12.4 or faster to take the lead in the average away from current leader Cole Blades of Central Arizona. Woods currently number 13 in the PRCA steer roping standings and is looking to add an all-around buckle to his trophy case after this week, as he's also the current go-round leader in the team roping with partner Jace Tetners, both of whom represent Southwest Texas College here at the College National Finals Rodeo. Now, also in the team roping tonight, you'll see the top two teams on two head. Coulter Schnook and Cale Morris from the Central Plains region, and Lane Furr and Trey Frank of the Great Plains. Now, those two teams sit at 13-2 and 13-5 respectively, while the current three-head average is led with a 20.2. Hometown hero James Perrin of Casper College leads the saddle bronc riding and is a near mathematic lock to the short round with 240 points on three. But tonight, there's going to be three contestants to challenge him, including his Casper teammate Malcolm Heathershaw, who's drawn White Girl Wasted of Rocky Mountain Rodeo. Now, goat tying last night was not the usual showcase of fast times the CNFR is kind of known for, but tonight's contestants should have no problem changing the narrative back to where it belongs. Macy Merrick of East Texas A&M University and reigning all-around champ Madeline Richards of Texas A&M, who placed top 10 in the goats in 2024, are both up tonight, and they're both tied at 12-7 on 2, which means they only need a 7.6 or faster to take over the lead in that 3-head aggregate. Montana State all-around cowboy Wes Shaw is up tonight in the steer wrestling and looking to take over the average lead from University of Wyoming's Jacob Lang, but the round fireworks could very well come from Sam Carson of Utah Valley University. The defending CNFR champ won or placed in multiple rounds in 2024, but is unfortunately this year out of the average. Now, only 3 bull riders are coming into the third round with 2 qualified rides. So tonight is an open opportunity for Jay Rodriguez of Pearl College, who's drawn Brookman Slinger to cover his second of 3 bulls and make the short round. Now, Rodriguez was the co-winner of go round number 2 with 84 points, shared his victory and the highest marked ride of the week with Brad Moreno of New Mexico State, who we're going to have a chance to catch up with a little later in the program. In the moment, though, I am joined on CNFR tonight by the winner of go round number 1 and the barrel racing average leader after the second round, AC Pinkston of Southwest Texas College. AC, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm awesome. Thank you for taking the time to join us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You bet. So talk about your experience last year at the CNFR, and then talk about how this year's experience is the same or kind of different.
So last year I didn't make it, but the year before,
excuse me.
It was awesome just to come and experience it. It wasn't the way that I wanted it to go, and we got a barrel in round 2, but honestly this year has just been awesome. It kind of came into it blind. I wasn't expecting to do that good in round 1, and my horse absolutely amazed me.
Good. So after you make the finals the first time and you kind of then go back into regular season mode, like, does that change how you approach the regular season? Do you make any adjustments after that?
No, not really. We had some goals set in mind, and that's just my coach. He was all about it, and I was too, and having a coach that supports you like that is amazing, and that makes the dreams come true.
Good. How does the size of the Ford Wyoming Center, like, how does that compare to college rodeos you compete at, like, the rest of the regular season?
Honestly, we kind of got the best of both worlds, big and small. He's from Arizona, so he really likes those big pins, but he has learned in, like, the past 2 years that he really likes the little pins, too, and he proved that.
That's awesome. Talk about your horsepower this week. Who you got with you in the trailer, like how they perform? What's your routine for keeping everybody good over the course of a long week?
So I have Bullet, which is a streaking French Bullet, and he has a French streak to Vegas. He's honestly kind of a diva. We do anything to keep him happy, and then I have a streaking Boondocks, which is Boone's French Angel, and she's a little feisty mare too. We call it a little spicy, but Bullet, he has really impressed me this year. From the first year that I made it till now, I feel like he's a totally different horse, and in practice he was pretty pumped up about it, and you can just feel him whenever he walks down that tunnel. His heart starts to pound, and you can tell that he's really excited to get to run in that arena.
Any difference in how he takes slack versus being in that perf with that crowd coming at you here in day?
I'm really excited for the perf. He loves the perf. He loves the attention, and his ears goes up. He's really pretty, so I think he's like, everybody's watching me. So he's not a big fan of slacks, and he kind of toodles around a little bit, and so I have to get him amped up, but I think in this perf he'll be all about it.
Well, we're talking at 7 o'clock in the morning. You got him amped up enough for a go-round win, so that counts. That's a good one.
Yes, it does. It does count. I feel like here you kind of have to play the game. The first round you just go and make a run, and then the second round it's either you have to go and lay down a run or you have to stay in that average. And kind of the second round I was like, you know what, go stay in that average and just make a good solid run.
On the college side, what's your plans after you get done with college? I know you got another year of college rodeo, but what are you looking to do, after that, both on the business side, the competitive side, all of that?
All of us, I feel like we all want to go and just rodeo for a living.
Yeah, why not?
But, that's not always your option. Getting a degree in business, I feel like that just kind of keeps my options open for sure, but the plan is to rodeo.
Nice. There you go. What's your best advice for someone coming into this arena maybe in the future as a first-time contestant to take over the nerves? What's some good words for them?
So actually we have 2 other barrel racers, and it's their first year, and I told them, I said, just go have fun. I said, yes, it's a different setup and everything, but if you get in there for practice and you work your horse how you're supposed to and you prep like you're supposed to, it should be no problem. You should just be able to go have fun and let it all hang out there.
Well, that's awesome. Well, hey, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time. Good luck the rest of the week, kicking some butt, and good luck in your endeavors. I know you said you're going to Greeley and a bunch of rodeos over the summer, so drive safe and go wherever you need to go.
I appreciate it.
We thank y'all. We're going to be right back here with a word from our sponsor.
This is where strength begins and courage takes over. Timing, precision, moments that define us. Cinch, lead, don't follow.
From one generation to the next, the spirit of rodeo is passed down. Born from legacy, built for legends. Horsepower Boots.
Well, Wednesday night be for rodeo, but Wednesday morning and afternoon are for the yearly softball tournament, and quite a bit of bragging rights to the champion team each year.
You know what? 15 years now is how long it's been going. This softball tournament, I believe, is one of the greatest times for these regions and then even the coaches to blow off some steam. All the pressure up the hill at the Coliseum is off because they're just now, you know, coming together as regions and two coaches teams to just have fun. And I think that's why we started this softball tournament so long ago. It's just to give the college contestants something to do, as well as, you know, get all their minds off of the pressure of the College National Finals and just let them have some fun. You know what? The coaches always want to win and take that trophy home, but they haven't been able to do it in 15 years. So I always root for the coaches. Now, you got to understand that the coaches are probably the worst. They talk more than any of these college kids.
Did you guys practice the whole time you're here?
We did. Well, not the whole time. We practiced one day before the Sunday slack. Got the whole region out here and we were playing some ball. It was the coaches and parents versus all the students, and we're ready.
Who won that game?
Oh, we smoked the coaches and parents.
Right.
In years past, until this year, it's always been 1 hour games. And so if there's a tie, they always have fun. And they'll have two girls run the opposite directions around the bases. And one year, they did that, and it was a lot of fun.
We're back at CNFR tonight, and I am joined in studio right now with the proclaimed MVP of the yearly softball tournament that we have here on Wednesdays at the CNFR. Bailey Small, how are you, man?
I'm doing well, thanks.
I'm good, man. Okay, so Southwest Region champs. Who'd you guys beat in the finals?
We beat the coaches in the finals this year.
Okay, for everybody that doesn't know what the softball tournament's like just give the people at home like the basic rundown on what the softball tournament is, how it works, how it was out there today.
Yeah, you bet. So the softball tournament, we start out with all the regions that have made it to the CNFR, and we go in a bracket system. We play all the way through to the finals, and the coaches have two different teams. So they had worked their way through, and they had gotten a bye, and we got to play the Southwest or the California circuit region, and they've won the last few years, so they kind of had a target on their back this year, and it was pretty fun. I mean, everybody gets to come and play. It's something that really knocks this week out and kind of breaks it up and gives a little bit of relief, and everybody gets to hang out with everybody. And yeah, of course, there's a little bit of smack talking, but it's a lot of fun. It's a great thing for all us college kids to get to do.
I'd say more than just a little smack talk, and there was some professional grade chirping happening at that today, so I was proud of everybody. Being 100% honest, how much did you practice before the softball tournament? Like, did you bring a ball and glove, or did you show up and get one of the borrowed ones?
I mean, we did practice on Tuesday.
Okay.
We had 6 or 7 guys out there, and we had a little BP and throw the ball around just to, hey, we might have to play a little bit here. I mean, that that California team, they've been good in the past, and we knew we either had to play them or we had to play the coaches, and turns out we got to play both of them in the day. So it was pretty awesome.
Good work, man. So you are graduating this year. You just graduated with your master's, right? What'd you get your master's in?
I got my master's in consumer science of agriculture.
Man, that's awesome. So hypothetically, does that mean that next year in 2026 we're going to see you coming back in and jumping in as an alumni on the coaches team, maybe trying to defend that title, even if it's just personally?
You know, there's a good chance of it, actually. You know, I mean, there's opportunities that are out there, and if it works out, I'm going to have to come try and defend that title.
Well, we're going to have to, because the bummer is you guys won it this year, so you automatically get the bye next year, and you're not going to be here to take advantage of that. You're handing that down to the next generation of the region, but you're not going to get to take care of that yourself personally. So
right, and they split that region this year for this next year. So
yeah, we got 2 more teams.
We'll
got
see who gets the bye anyway.
Oh, I didn't think of that. That's going to be a heck of a game of rock paper scissors for that.
You know, I think they ought to just roll it on to the coaches and make the kids play through.
Oh, there you go. I like that. What's the rest of your week looking like while you're here in Casper?
I'm going to go to the rodeo the next few days. Our Tarleton guys, we have some guys up in the bronc riding and the calf roping, and the girls are up this week too. And we're going to go up there and support and see if we can push them to be champions this week. And I'm up on Friday, so we're going to stay as focused as we can and get as healthy as we can so we can go out there and knock out our next bucking horse.
That's right, man. You're good on 2 too, man. We'd like to see a lot of purple vests in that short round, because right now you got a contingency going in there. I mean, you had 4 of the top 7 guys in the bronc riding going into after that second round. So I mean, there's a really good chance that, you know, Gus Gallard's legacy coming from winning it last year is going to go right back to another guy from Tarleton. So
yes, sir.
Good luck with that. And I know we were talking about it. You like what you draw, so man, stay focused, stay healthy. Thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing what you can get done Friday night, all right?
You betcha. Well, thanks for having us today.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Have a good one. Well, thanks for taking some time to celebrate, my friend. We'll be right back.
This is not just your regular rodeo.
All kinds of exciting action.
Shootout time, Bobby T.
We got the cameras on me again.
Let's go! It's 65 grand. Unbelievable for the champion of the world. Look at this horsepower. For the first time, a rodeo Houston champion.
Well, hey guys, we're back. We get to do another little athletes feature here as we talk to more of the students that are going to be here in the College National Finals Rodeo and have competed already and are still going to compete this week. So here I am with 2-event athlete Brad Moreno of New Mexico State University. How are you, my friend?
Pretty good.
Good, man. So how do you feel about your CNFR so far this year? You liking it?
I'm pretty happy, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, what's give us some highs and lows here. Where are you feeling your best parts were?
I got a go around, that's pretty high, and then I had a little bit of tough luck in the team rope, and that's probably low, yeah.
Now you've made it before. You made it before in 2 events. Have you won a go round before this time?
I've actually won the short round here in the team roping before, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Do they give you the rings for the? They give you the rings for the short round? No. So this will be your first year getting one of the rings.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's good. Congratulations, man. What's it like walking into that building? Like, is it different knowing that you've had some success? Last year you were 4th in the world in the bull riding. You've won the team rope and short round. Is it different walking into that building, like now that you've had some success and you kind of get a roll with that into it?
Yeah. I feel a little confident. No, not a lot of pressure, but it still gets to you a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. What's your secret for dealing with that?
Just try not to think about it too much, you know, just let it all take care of itself and do my job.
Yeah. For anybody that's a college rodeo athlete, maybe prospective athlete coming from high school, what words of wisdom and advice can you give an athlete that's coming in looking at like what it's going to be like to balance the education side and the time it takes there versus the competitive side and the practice and the travel?
Work hard and, you know, stay organized and everything, you know, and then have a little fun. Don't take it all too serious, you know. Yeah, pretty much.
What about New Mexico State really drew you to it? Like, why'd you pick that when you're looking at again, giving that advice to that next generation?
I knew the coach really well, and he's pretty cool, good to me. And I knew that they had a good practice facility, and I always liked going there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that, man. So you're a throwback Cowboy with the fact that you're working both sides of the arena.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the toughest part about running and steering the team roping and then having to jet back and knowing that you've got that limited time to go get ready for the bull riding?
Toughest part? I don't know. I always loved it. I don't want to say anything's hard about it.
You like being in the rush? Does it help? Does it let you keep your mind off it, as you're saying, and like just go right into it?
Yeah, I always liked it. It was pretty good when I do good in my first event. It always carries over pretty much, and I always liked it. Yeah, and I don't think anything about it.
So what's that look like on your average timeline for like showing up? Do you go lay out your gear, then get your horse saddle, get them warmed up, so that then you can like transition? Kind of what's a day in the life if you're up in the same perf for both events?
It always bothers people because I'll take my gear bag to the back before the rodeo and just leave it there, and I'll go rope. And after I rope, I'll tie my horse up, or someone will take him, and none of my gear is ready yet. And I'll go back there, and everyone's just worried about me.
Got a stock contractor probably trying to push on you a little bit,
yeah? Stock contractor always kind of knows sometimes,
right.
And it's pretty easy to find my bull. He's always most likely the one without a rope on, but yeah.
That's a good one. So with you being on both sides of the arena, any plans in the professional ranks and maybe going for a Linderman Award at some point in your career, knowing that that's an exceptionally rare feat, especially nowadays?
Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah. I know a lot of people that would always like to rope with me, and I like riding bulls a lot. Yeah.
So if you go for the Linderman, what's going to be the third event? Are you going to add something on the rough stock side, or are you going to add something on the timed event side?
I calf rope all the time.
You rope the calves too?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, that makes it a little hard to get to rodeos where you're having a timeout between slack and the timed events and going to the perfs and the rough stock events, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to get you a secretary to keep track of all that for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, Brad, thank you very much for taking the time, man. Really appreciate it. Good luck this week. When do you get on your next one?
Friday.
And when you run your next steer?
Friday.
Friday? Oh, yes, so you're going to be right into it. That's good, man. Well, hopefully Friday turns right into Saturday for at least one of those, man, and we'll be looking to see you in the short round as well.
Thank you. Appreciate
it. You bet. Brad, thanks for coming. Thanks, y'all, again. And we want to say thank you to all the sponsors that make this show possible and everything with the CNFR.
Get ready for a new CNFR experience. In June 2025, the Wild Sports Ranch will crack the latch on the first ever Mercantile, Your Wyoming Trade Show. A 5-day shopping paradise with over 130,000 square feet and over 200 vendor spaces available. Close enough to rope it all in during your stay. More information at wildsportsranch.com. We'll see you at the Mercantile.
College rodeo athletes competing at the highest level. Students at over 125 colleges and universities, many on a rodeo scholarship. However, most will not go on to professional rodeo. They are preparing for diverse careers, ranging from education to medicine to computer science. Their contribution will be far-reaching, thanks in part to the National Intercollegiate Rodeo Association and the NYRA Foundation.
We're going to want to go behind the scenes to one of the cool new features of this year's CNFR, which is if you ever come to the Ford Wyoming Center, now you can look right across the parking lot over here to the Wild Sports Ranch. And we're joined today by Tristy Thomas. Tristy, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So, I mean, just tell us about the Wild Sports Ranch, like what inspired this facility, all about it.
Yeah, for sure. So the Wild Sports Ranch opened its doors January of 2025. So we've been open 6 months now. It's 130,000 square foot youth sports facility. We have about 10 basketball courts, 20 volleyball courts, turf field, batting cages, exercise rooms. Basically just a huge youth sports facility. Trudy Holthouse is the brains behind this facility. She sees the need for youth sports courts in not only our town, but the region and the state. And it started off as like one little basketball court in a barn, and now it's turned into everything that it is today.
So what do you feel is really different about this facility than other, even, sort of similar facilities in the region?
Yeah, for sure. So my favorite part about this is the Wild Sports Ranch is run by Wild Complex, which is the nonprofit. And when I look around at this building, every single feature has been donated or raised by our members of our community. So like every sign or every wall feature you see has a story behind it, and it's tied back to somebody in our community, which really at the end of the day is just what I think is so cool about this place.
So, I mean, obviously youth sports, but like what type of events do you host here?
Yeah, so we have everything from volleyball and basketball tournaments and kind of your regular everyday sports. So cornhole tournaments, dance tournaments, we have wrestling tournaments, really anything you can think of sports related or even not, obviously.
Right.
Can happen in this
Well, so
facility.
talk about it as you point back there. Tell everybody like what's here if they haven't had the chance to walk over here yet. You know, what do we have to offer this year at the CNFR?
Yeah, so the first year, this is our first year of the Mercantile. It's a Western themed trade show that we decided to put on during the week of CNFR. Prep for this started about a year and a half ago. One of my favorite things throughout the year is to go to the NFR in Vegas. Right. And I love Cowboy Christmas, love shopping, and getting to be a part of this team with the other girl that coordinates this trade show is Jessica Hastings, and this was all her idea. So we started a year and a half ago getting vendors, and now we have 50 vendors in there from all across the country that have Western themed rodeo items. Just really wanted to create a shopping experience that enhances the CNFR and gets to showcase our new building.
Okay, again, for the people that haven't had a chance to make it over here yet, what hours are you open, and you know, what can people expect? And I guess what question we've been asked is, do you have to buy a ticket to come in here? Is it open to the public?
Yeah, no, entry is completely free. We're open from 10:30 to 7. We started yesterday and we'll be here till Saturday. Entry's free. We have people from Nashville coming Friday and Saturday night. Steph would check concerts out. We have daily giveaways. Really, we have it all.
Nice. What is like one key thing that you would want people to know about your facility that might not just be, you know, openly advertised? What do you think really makes it special?
Again, just the community involvement. We have a local burger company, Frank's, that does all of our food. We have full concession stands, and just the people that have worked together to build this community just really shows how special the building is. And I don't even think a lot of people in Casper have come up here to check it out, so just getting people up here in general is something we want to see.
Outside of just the CNFR, where can people go to learn more about what's happening, you know, on a daily basis or weekly basis here?
Yeah, we're active on Instagram, Facebook, and then we have our website under wildsportsranch.com. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah,
I really,
thanks for having me.
I hope people come and take it because this is gorgeous. I mean, for something that we kind of knew was happening, you could see it in the parking lot during last year's CNFR.
Yeah.
To step into this place and see it be completely furnished, completely finished. Congratulations.
Well, thank you guys for being here. We're glad to have you.
Well, thank you for having us, and very well done. It's a great piece, so thank you very much. Well, thank you for taking this time to talk to us about our new building, and as we get ready for the rest of the rodeo tonight. So now, to all of you out there, it cannot be overstated how much effort goes into this rodeo. There's stock contractors, sponsors, coaches, and so many wonderful people from all over the U.S. that converge on this place each year to put on an event that is world-class, and the people of Casper come out in full support, offering, I mean, thousands of hours of just pride and home, knowing that this is the home to the CNFR. Now, to everyone that puts their heart behind this event and supports college rodeo, whether it be with their efforts in the dirt or their cheers from the stands, we just want to say thank you for making this place incredibly special. Now that wraps it up for tonight's edition of CNFR Tonight, and we're streaming on collegerodeotv.com, which has got some really big things in the works starting in the fall of 2025. But for the moment, we're just 30 minutes away from all the action of the College National Finals Rodeo. If you can't be here in person, you can follow the action live on the ESPN app, and if you're here in beautiful Casper, Wyoming, we crack the gates at 7 o'clock at the Ford Wyoming Center. Be sure you're following College Rodeo on Facebook and Instagram for the most current updates. Enjoy the show, and we'll see y'all back here tomorrow night for more behind-the-scenes stories, athlete spotlights, and all things College Rodeo. Good night, let's rodeo. This is CNFR Tonight.